Hey guys, welcome to Module 5, Video 3. Now we've gone over two things. Number one, relationship with yourself. You've been doing the rituals for that, which have been awesome, seeing massive results. Realize, remember, results don't come straight away. Results come over time from consistency, just like the gym. Look at it like I can pump myself up and feel good. Maybe it's a crying, looking at yourself and saying, I love you. Maybe it's crying. Maybe that's the same as the gym, pumping up your muscles. But once you start doing it for a long period of time, it becomes second nature. It becomes a part of who you are, which is absolutely awesome. And the second thing we went over was the relationship with other people, the relationship with how to build connection with other people, and also how to grow your relationship, how to get in a relationship if you're not there, getting clear on your ideal vision of what you really want out of your relationship, which is super, super important. It's a massive key to obviously mastering relationships. But the third key to master relationships is this is a bit more spiritual. This is a bit more opening up, and in no way I want you to think of this as religious or anything like that. I'm 100%, I don't believe in any form of religion. Like I said, all I believe in is trusting it. You've got a higher self, and we're in a universe that is absolutely amazing. And whatever you believe, I want you to just practice what you believe. If you believe in Christian, I want you to practice Christian. Whatever your religion you're in, just practice that religion. But the thing that I want to talk about is the relationship with a higher power. Whatever that is for you. It could be God, Allah, Buddha, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. But trusting that we are in a universe, and all the stuff that we see right now, we need to trust that we can manifest anything and everything that we want. And this whole program, and one of the biggest reasons I wanted to make it is because I've realized in my life that whatever you want to manifest, you can have. And it's sometimes it's been magical in my life. You know, you use the law of attraction, and there's laws of the universe that if you go by them, but having a relationship with that, because you can't manifest anything if you don't have a relationship and trust. And that's what this is about. It's trust in every area of a relationship. But trusting that whatever you set your intention for, you will manifest. And that you have to have trust to do that. You have to have trust that the universe will have your back. You have to have trust that every single day when I visualize my dreams, my goals, they're going to manifest. It's a relationship with your higher self. I believe we're guided in a way, and I'm not sure what you specifically believe, but if you have a feeling that you are guided, it gives you a sense of certainty that whatever I'm doing right now is going to lead me to where I'm going. And it's having an authentic connection with a higher power. And just realizing that that higher power is you. You are your own God. You are the creator of your own destiny. And if you realize that, and realize whatever scary comes up in your life, just trust and say the universe wouldn't put me in this position if I couldn't handle it. That's what I completely believe. Anytime I'm scared of doing something, I have to have a relationship with me. I have to also have a relationship with something greater. Saying, I trust in myself. I trust in the universe. The universe wouldn't have put me in this position if I couldn't handle what I'm going through right now. So I tell myself that all the time. Whenever I'm scared of speaking in front of people, when I used to be really, really scared, when I used to put myself out there a lot, I used to be really, really scared. And I remember one time, I was really, really scared, and I was about to pull out of a seminar I was about to do, and it's literally like an hour before I had to go out there and talk. And I just said to myself, have I ever failed in the past? Whenever a challenge has ever came up, like literally think about it in your life. Whenever a challenge has come up in your life, when you're like, can I do it, can I not do it? It could just be reading something at school, it could be anything. What tends to happen is when you trust yourself, you always show up and deliver. And usually you do better than what you expected. And if you didn't do better than what you expected, that was the lesson that you learned. So this is so important to realize whatever you're going through in your life, it's meant to happen. The universe is challenging you. I want you to look at it like this right now, like realizing that the universe has always got your back. Whatever you're going through, whether it's depression, whether it's sadness, whether it's loneliness, you're meant to be lonely. You're meant to be lonely for that short period of time until you learn the lesson. What if you looked at every single negative event that happened in your life and turned it into an absolute pleasure experience that was a light square? Imagine this is what I tell people. Imagine life is like a checkerboard. And the checkerboard is there's white squares and there's dark squares. And the light squares represent, having a kid, getting married, finding that dream partner, making amount of money, doing a business, all these positive things. That's what the light squares represent, the positives. And then there's the negatives, right? The negatives are the dark squares, losing your job, losing money, going bankrupt, breaking up, whatever specifically meets your world. And before we start life, the universe or God or whatever you call it puts the game right in front of us, the checkerboard, but before we open our eyes, he covers it with a sheet. Damn it. What a bitch. All of a sudden he covers it with a sheet, and I don't know if I'm going to step on light squares or dark squares. Isn't that life? Isn't it? You got to trust that if you follow this path, one day in the future I'm going to have everything I want. But I've got to enjoy right now. And if I can enjoy right now and I'm trusting on the journey of going for it, all of a sudden things and magic's going to start showing up in my life. But you've got to have trust. If you trust that you're going to get shit in your life, you're going to get shit. But when you're moving forward on the checkerboard, you don't know if it's going to be a light square or a dark square. You can't control what happens to you in the outside world. You can only control what's going on in here. And if you do step on a dark square, is it really a dark square? Let's just say, for instance, you lost a job. And you lost a job, and all of a sudden, if someone come up to me and says, I lost my job, do you know what I would say? I'd say, awesome. Congratulations. Instead of looking at it like a negative way, I'd look at it like a positive way. Because, do you know what? I can promise you in a year's time, you're going to look back on this experience and you're going to thank the universe. And you're going to say, wow, if I just had a trust of the universe, I'll be exactly right here and I wouldn't have had that pain at that time. I remember, for instance, in my life, I remember when I was really, really struggling back years ago. I was struggling, I was going through school and I dropped out of high school in the last year. And I dropped out because I thought in my head, money's going to make me happy. So I'm like, I'm going to drop out. I started hanging around negative people. And I went through some dark experiences at that time and some dark things happened. But I come out the other side, obviously out the other side, which was awesome. But I look back on that. That was a dark square in my life, right? But from where I am right now, when I look back on it, if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be who I am today. That's the way I look at it. So was it really a dark square? So whatever you're going through in your life, whether it's a dark square, just realize there's light at the end of the tunnel. One day soon, you're going to look back on this and you're literally going to be like, wow, thank God that happened. Thank God that person dumped me. Thank God I lost that job, because I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't have grown my business. I wouldn't have done any of those things. But you know what? I've got to trust. What would happen if every single thing in your life was divine timing? What if everything in your life was meant to happen? Even the pain, even the problems. And it was all divine timing. The universe was challenging you, saying, do you know what? If you want this thing, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to take you through a little dark experience of depression, because depression isn't a bad thing. It just is the way it is. We all go through it. And when you literally label it as it's a bad thing and there's good things and there's bad things, it just is the way it is. And this is the same with every area of life. Whenever you're going through pain in your life, wherever you're looking at something like it's a painful thing, look at it from a higher perspective, from a higher consciousness, and say, what's the good in this? Because there's always good in everything. It's asking yourself empowering questions and not being reactive to what you're feeling. If you're feeling depressed, say, oh my God, I'm depressed. Right? I'm feeling depressed. It's not who I am, but I'm feeling depressed. Make sense? I'm feeling it inside myself. So when I come from that frame of feeling it inside myself, I'm going to say, do you know what? I choose not to feel like that. But what's the learning in this? Because this emotion would be coming up for no reason. What's the real learning? What's the learning? Why am I feeling like this? And do you know what? The answer will show up. But you're not depression. You're not anxiety. You're not anything. And just remember, the universe always has your back. The universe always has your back. Whatever you have to do. That's why I created the R meditations, the ancient spiritual practices, because they all believe in just manifestation. But before you manifest, you must know. You must know, and you must be able to trust. What do I mean by just know? You must know that whatever you visualize, whatever you focus on, is going to manifest, and you just know it inside. And you focus on it, and it's going to manifest. And then the second key, and then the second key is just trust. Trust throughout the day, you're getting one step closer. Trust that the pain you're going through right now is literally meant to be there. What if everything you looked at like that? Everything you looked at, it's meant to be like this. The perspective is all different in everyone's eyes. You know, people overseas and people right now, we all see the world differently. And when you can literally believe, like you're trusting yourself, magic and manifestation is going to show up in your life. So this was today's topic. It was about manifestation, trusting in a higher power that's all going to come together in perfectly divine timing. So what I want you to do is I want you to create a video straight after this, and I want you to tell me, I want you to write in the video and talk in the video and say, what was your biggest learning from this video? What was the biggest learning from this video, and what are you going to take out of it? What are you going to start trusting in? You know, whatever spiritual religion you're in or spiritual beliefs you have, what are you going to start trusting in? Because if you can start trusting, manifestation is going to happen. Life's going to move for you. It's not going to be, you're not going to be reacting to life, you're going to be proactive with life, which is massively going to change and impact the world. So have a phenomenal day, and I'll see you in the next video.